Hey, what's happening? Tapatios. Good to see you, bro. 420. What's happening? Yeah, it's a nice day today, man. It's very nice out. Always nice during the day, but when that nighttime hits, man, it starts getting cooler. Hey, hey, Landon's Canvas. Hey, good to see you, man. I remember you from Neo's Nemo's Dreamscapes. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you subscribing. Oh, that one was behind me, Tapateos. That one was long gone. They made a swing out of it, bro. Check it out. You got it right there. We got two swings right there, then like some other little play stuff over here with sand around it. Yes, sir. Grew legs and walked away. All right. Let's make sure we hit that like button, guys. Wait about a minute or two. See if we can get a couple more people in. How you guys doing today? How's everything out in Phoenix, Tapateos? Everything good? Five of a Kind Media. What's happening? Hey, that's good, Landon. Good to hear. Good to hear, man. Hell yeah, Tapateos. I seen you were live yesterday. Spitting Cobra shared your live stream, and I was live streaming myself. Sorry I couldn't tune in, but I'll be sure to check it out after this. Yeah, thank God it's Friday tomorrow, man. Hey, there he is, Spitting Cobra. Good to have you guys here, man. It's truly an honor having you guys here. Hey, that's quite all right, Spin Cobra. Anything's better than nothing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You don't know Spanish? Oh, good thing for you. I'm not speaking Spanish. I don't know how to speak Spanish myself. I can understand it, but to a point. I can understand some Espanol, but when it's talked really fast, man, you get one of them fluent Spanish people that are Their accent is really strong, and I could barely understand it. Hey, that's about as much as I know. I'm from right here in a small town of Wilcox, Arizona. Born and raised here. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and get started, guys. This is chapter 5. We're on Benson, and the title is Schools, Churches, and Recreation. This is chapter 5 out of around Benson here. Hey, Rhodey's Jam Cave, what's happening? John Smith, 2046. I'm from Western New York State. Oh, right on. You're all the way on the other side of the United States there, from coast to coast. Very awesome to have you guys here. We'll go ahead and get started, guys. Perhaps nothing does more to establish civilization in a new country than the beginnings of schools and churches. As people become more at ease with their surroundings, favorite forms of recreation begin to develop as well. Together, these shape and define the culture of a place. One of the first schools in Benson was in a building that had been moved from some distance out of town to 4th Street and then farther into the residential area south of 4th Street. A church at first, it later served as a school. Benson people erected a more substantial building on the corner of 6th and San Pedro Streets. Two additions were made to the building, which sheltered students from the 1890s until 1927. Lori Croft, welcome in, welcome in. The next school, the Territorial Industrial School for Boys, was built by Arizona Territory at a location southwest of the business district. Surrounding the school were fields in which crops were planted and harvested by the boys. In 1913, the reformatory type school was moved to Fort Grant in the Sulphur Springs Valley, and the town acquired the buildings to use as a middle and high school. The first class of high school students graduated in 1915. These buildings were used until 1929 when a new high school was built. A new grammar school was designed and built in 1927 by famed Tucson architect Josiah Thomas Josler. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. It's probably Jessler. Both buildings were demolished in the 1980s. Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church, which Edward Anasorgan helped build around 1890, was the first church built in Benson. The Presbyterian Church, later the Community Presbyterian Church, was built in 1905. Pomeranians supported the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and other churches later joined the list. Church events comprised much of the social life for all denominations. Picnics and outings to the Chihuahuan desert region surrounding Benson and nearby mountain ranges entertained residents and visitors alike. Many dude ranches could be accessed from the Benson Depot as the train continued to play a part in Benson's economy. Parties, school activities, and social groups all contributed to the cultural depth of Benson. This group of school children in 1905 includes children of all ages, but apparently only one teacher. Perhaps that explains her stern expression. The Sixth Street School was really quite large after the addition at the back and another on the other side. Notice a change in window dressing. It's the history of one of the towns here in Arizona. It's called Benson. That's just maybe about a 30-minute drive from here in Wilcox. The boys from the Territorial Industrial School proudly posed displaying their crop, which appears to be beans. The gymnasium in the background sat a little farther south than the main building. Engrossed in their work, the boys leave a clearer view of the gymnasium and the western ridge of hills behind Benson. The building to the left may have been a barn, but water towers mark an artesian well that served Benson School for many years. Built in 1902, the school operated in Benson from 1903 until 1913 when it was moved to Fort Grant. Oh my God. Sorry, folks. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Ended up knocking my tripod over here. The Sixth Street School was really quite large after the addition in the back on the other side. No, no, okay. Yeah, I already read that one. Putting in that work. But I remember I'd go out with my aunt sometimes when I was younger, man, about 16, 17. We'd go do this kind of work. Just cleaning weeds off from these rows and stuff like that, especially on the chilies or, yeah, I think it was the chilies. All right. The Territorial Industrial School, in its austere beginnings, may have seemed ominous to the boys brought here for remediation. The white picket fence appears. Hey, Mighty Whitey, what's happening, brother? The white picket fence appears out of place against the stark limestone block construction. In later years, however, trees and the other greenery mitigate the stark outlines of the building. Some impressive stonework and design are evident in a closer view of the building's construction. Yeah, bro, that's some hard labor, man. That's hard labor right there. It wasn't the easiest work, but it was honest work. The school at 6th and San Pedro Streets continued in operation for many years. This view in the early 1900s looks west up 6th Street. The front of the school faced south. The teaching staff expanded to meet Benson's needs in the new century. The staff included 5 teachers by 1907, from left to right: Mrs. Burke, Miss Duke, Miss Pine, Miss Phelps, and Miss Thompson. Though some Benson Grammar School students in 1908 may not have had ties or ribbons, all were split and polished clean for their school picture. Picture from left to right are first row Willie Guess, Willie Etz, Stanley Houston, Harold Gribble, Marguerite Schilliam, Lena Horton, Ruby Spear, Mary Harmon. In the second row, Beatrice Anasorgan, Carrie Clark, Bessie Bach, Alice Bradford, Anna Houston, Duke, Roy Harmon, Roy Short, Willie Martinez, and Claudio Mendival. Yeah, it's very, very different, man. Hey, Landon, I appreciate you dropping in, man. That means a lot to me. After the Territorial Industrial School abandoned the building southwest of town, Benson and Pomerine formed the Benson Union High School District. The first BUHS Board of Education members were H.S. Etz, H.P. Merrill, C.F. Moss, M.P. Cosby, and D.C. Neagle. There were three high school graduates in 1915: Genevieve Theroux, Marie Harmon, and Burl Neagle. Yeah, it's always good to pick up a little bit of history. What your town's about, or what your surrounding communities are about, and how they started. And, hey, Air Cool, what's happening, brother? Some of the children in the class of 1920 have no shoes. This is just after World War I, and commodities as well as disposable income may have been in short supply in Arizona. See, everybody was barefoot in this photo. Well, at least some of them are. This one, she did. She had some. No, this guy didn't. Yeah, quite a few there, man. Just no overalls. Yep. Hey, what's happening, Charlie? Pugface Media. Benson's first school bus was a horse-drawn wagon that seated about a dozen. For many years, it was on display as seen here on the high school campus. Today, it is housed at the San Pedro Valley Arts and Historical Museum. Yep, that was their bus, guys. In 1929, after passing a bond issue, the Board of Education set about building a new high school building. Some of the stones from the Territorial Industrial School building were used to construct the new high school. The auditorium on the east end of the school left at a raked floor. This building was torn down in 1983 after being mildly affected by an arson set fire. Moving forward to the 1970s, the San Pedro Boxing Club exhibits their medals and trophies following a season of competition. Though short-lived, the boxing club appears to have been quite successful. From left to right are Layson Barney, Donnie Finn, an unidentified person, question mark East, and Danny Barney. Second row, unidentified, Mike Hagerstrand, Danny Tellis, Rick Sherman, question mark Demas, Mike Sherman, Neffy Judd, and unidentified. In third row, Pat Young, Barry Sherman, Dan Tibbetts, and Tom Young. Yeah, yeah, man. These would be pretty nice to have in your backyard. If you guys have parents like that that wore them socks like that with the straps on it, I remember my dad wearing these a lot. The higher the socks, the downer the fool. Truly a work of art and the best piece of architecture ever to have graced Benson. The Benson Grammar School was designed and built by noted Tucson architect Josiah T. Jessler in 1926. Mission style The mission style of architecture was a hallmark of Jessler. Benson has demolished many of its best buildings, and this is no exception, having been raised in the early 1980s. Hey, conspiracy music, what's happening? Yeah, yeah, I know my brother did too, man. It's old school, man. I don't even think they have those kind of socks anymore. Yeah, yeah, those are pretty good for soccer too, man. All right. Alice Sabin was an early Pomeranian school teacher. Yeah, turtleneck socks. Is that, yeah, that's what they're called. I think, yeah, is that what they're called, Charlie? Pomeranian's first school cost $700 to build in 1913. It was demolished in 1940. The first Catholic church in Benson, built in 1895, served the Catholic community for worship for 53 years and was used as a parish for 20 years after that. Hell yeah, those are classic, man. Those are classic right there. Altar boys from left to right, Paul Blanco Jr., Antonio Mesa, and Albert Comaduran appeared to take their responsibilities seriously in the early 1920s. Lupe Bernal gazes at a statue of the mother and child following her first communion, a milestone in her religious life. The Catholic congregation outgrew the first humble church and a new Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church was blessed on May 22nd, 1949. Hey, you guys can go ahead and drop each other's links if you guys aren't connected to each other. You guys can help grow each other's channels. You guys are more than welcome. Snow day in the Wolves front yard gives a good view of both Catholic church buildings. The older church was torn down eventually to make room for a church office and fountain. The first Presbyterian church, erected in 1905, served the community until 1940 when it was damaged by fire. A new community Presbyterian church on a hill at the south end of Huachuca Street replaced the damaged older church. This new building offered a recreation room that answered a need in Benson for a roomy place to gather. Well, I bet doing the roof on this church was quite quite nerve wracking. I don't know how they did that, but That's amazing. Yeah, yeah, conspiracy. That's quite steep. Showing they could invent a good time, Dr. Richard Yellett and family crafted a makeshift sleigh by which to enjoy an unusually heavy snowfall around 1915 at the corner of 5th and San Pedro Streets. Mrs. Powell, wife of Dr. Charles Powell, poses on an outing in 1937 to Chiricahua National Monument, or Wonderland of Rocks, in the Chiricahua Mountains southeast of Wilcox. Yeah, it's a good old Chiricahua's right there, man. It's a beautiful place. It's been so long since I've been there. I've been dying to go, but I just don't have a ride to get there. A merry group of recreationists include Bard and Miss Bard and their smiling daughter, A.W. Bard, and his wife, Mary, owner Bard, haberdashery, and barber shop, and both Allie and Mary were active in Benson for 25 years before moving to Blythe, California in 1934. Yep, haberdashery. Picnics, picnics in Texas Canyon, 15 miles east and 1,200 feet higher than Benson, provided a cool respite from summer heat. Hey, why not? That's quite the place there, too, in Texas Canyon. Hey, John Denicola, what's happening? 8 girls, including some little sisters, enjoy an outing to gather prickly pear cactus fruits for jelly, called tunas. The fruits are just as prickly as the cactus, but the jelly made from them is worth the trouble. The Cochise County concert band of the early 1900s included Joe Woe, second row, last clarinet, Ben Caballero, back row, right of tuba, and Paul Blanco, back row, third from right. Looks like he's giving the middle finger. Dude ranches in southern Arizona thrived in the 1930s and 40s, accessed by rail travel from the east. Some popular spots near Benson were the Bar O Ranch, Seven Dash Ranch, and Triangle T. Triangle T in the 1940s also served as an internment camp for Japanese dignitaries who had been surprised by the bombing of Pearl Harbor and were exchanged for American dignitaries similarly surprised in Japan. Hey, what's happening, pepperoni audits? The Civilian Conservation Corps includes Albert Comadran of Benson, second from left. They traveled through the Southwest building mountain trails and other improvements. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. One damn thing about it being warm is there's still damn mosquitoes out here. They keep nibbling on the inside of my arms. It's very irritating. Parties, of course, always provide diversion, and mid 20th century Benson residents love them. Halloween parties especially enjoyed popularity, completed with homemade costumes. That's how they did it for Halloween, guys. Someone up here looks like the Invisible Man over here. I'm not sure what that is over there. It's pretty creepy looking. Some of these costumes for Halloween they made, they were kind of creepy. In the Catholic community, birthday parties celebrated everyone's birthday. A community birthday party. Children of all ages from the neighborhood attended, sharing the honor of the birthday cake. The Wolf sisters took partying to a higher level with their ice cream parties, attended by guests of all ages. Yeah, I've heard those work too, Charlie. I didn't even think to bring anything like that. I thought it would have been just a nice afternoon, but of course, you got to have the mosquitoes. Oh, they had a 7 Up right there. It's an old 7 Up there, guys. Birthday parties took on a more age related look in the 1950s. Purely adult entertainment occurred at the Skyline, a dance hall on the rocks in Texas Canyon. No alcohol was served, but people could go to their cars for a nip if they did not mind climbing the 150 steps to the dance hall. A shooting occurred here once and a cowboy was injured, though with just a scratch. That incident, however, launched a serious romance between him and the daughter of William Shirley Fulton, founder of the Marin Foundation not far away. Although her papa disapproved, Liz Fulton later married the cowboy Kenny Gunner. The Marin Foundation, founded in 1937, still provides a museum, art gallery, workshops, and an archaeological research library in Texas Canyon near Dragoon. Would have been quite the walk just to have to go down and get you a sip of some alcohol. Hold on, guys, give me just 1 second. Flock is everywhere. Hey, welcome. I appreciate you jumping in. Always good to see some new faces in chat. Hey, it's all right, Mighty Whitey. I'm just about at the end right here. I'm already done with chapter 5. Oh, the more the merrier. Yeah, go right ahead, man. Recreation in the 1950s and 1960s include the Benson roller rink, a Quonset hut with wood floor owned by Garnett Barker. By the 1960s, it was used as a turquoise sail room. S. Graham, hey, what's happening, bro? Appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate everybody dropping in. Mighty Whitey, Sci-Fi Bry. Welcome, guys. You guys are all super awesome. Winter recreation for these Midwesterners in the 1950s involved spending time in Arizona. Pictured on the hill in the Whetstone Mountains are the author E.K. Swaji, second from right, with sister Christy, brother Kim, and parents. Gail and Carolyn Criswell. In the 1980s, cavers discovered a major cavern under this hill, later named Karshner Caverns. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you guys dropping each other's links, man. That's the way to do it. Help each other's channels grow and get each other's videos more out there so you guys' channel will get noticed. Tomorrow, we will be doing chapter 6. Hey, all right. Sci-Fi Bright. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. That'll be chapter 6 for tomorrow. Yes, we're stronger together. Absolutely. That's correct. So I like helping anybody that needs it. You know, if you guys come into my chat and my live stream, you guys are always welcome to drop each other's links. And yeah, that's quite all right, Ix. Yeah. Hey, anytime, man. Anytime. You guys might have these kind of books around in your guys' libraries. Images of America. If you guys can find some of those books, man, about your guys' town, hey, you guys don't know anything about your town. They got it all right in this book. I started out doing one. It was about Wilcox, and then I eventually went on from there and started doing other ones around town here, and the Chiricahuas, Sunsides, Pierce. Um, I know there's one with Tucson. Who is Clay? I don't see a Clay in there. Hey, and thank you, Mighty Whitey, for dropping everybody's links, man. Oh, okay. All right. I was like, I didn't even see nobody in here named Clay. All righty. Jose G is my favorite time of day. Hey, thanks, Mighty Whitey. You guys are all awesome, man. Um, if you really want to hear about that band, I do have if you go back in my videos, you check for the one about Wilcox or the one about Tombstone. You can either I don't know if you checked that one out, the one about Wilcox here in my area, or the one about Tombstone, but there is quite a few. Yes, and thank you, Lori, for dropping my Cash App link. If you guys can and are willing, anything always helps. For any donations to go towards future bike repairs on my bike, um, maybe some snacks or something, maybe Dr. Pepper or something later, or some water, bottled water. Anything helps, guys. It's just my bike, just a regular Huffy bike, bro. Yeah. Oh, it'll be all right. My videos are always public, so you guys are always welcome to watch it. I know she'd rather catch a live stream, but they're always up there. Yeah, this is my only one, man. I try to keep it well maintained as much as I can and keep her on the road. Get some cop watch content and bring you guys these live streams at the park here. But I see 19 thumbs up and 12 people in chat. I appreciate you guys. You guys are super awesome. And yeah, like I said, guys, if you guys can, you guys leave a few dollars if you want, or whatever you guys can afford. Anything's always welcome. It's always appreciated. But your guys' support here, in my live stream, is always appreciated as well. Hey, Broccoli, you're a little late. Sorry, I missed it. Stupid doctor's appointment, so I'll watch later. Hey, that's no problem. No problem. Yeah, you got the cicadas around the trees over here making all the noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but yeah, it's a pretty nice park and a pretty nice day here in Wilcox, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stream down. I appreciate all of you guys. Much love and respect. Peace, guys, and join me tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll probably be a little earlier than 5 o'clock, probably about 4, maybe 4 p.m. tomorrow. Much love, guys. Take it easy, and we'll see you mañana.